Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, a tranquil respite from the world. Not my words, but those of Chidera, who has written us a lovely email mentioning that she doesn't keep up with all the daily posts, but she loves our British accents and our banter, and gives us the chance to wish her a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Chidera. Thank you for your gorgeous email. And let's hope we can keep providing a tranquil respite from the world for a lot of people. The world is a pretty crazy place. And Sudokus, though difficult, have resolutions. And that's the great thing about them. So today we're going to be looking at one by Damo89. I hope it has a resolution because I'm going to try it. Damo89 has featured a few times on the channel and is an excellent constructor. But I see some suspicious grey dots and I'm a little nervous about this. So bear with me when I have a go at it. I'm first of all going to mention that the Sudoku hunt that is our April Patreon reward is an absolute respite from the world. It is by Sandra and Nala. It's called Bug Friends, and it's all about Sandra's dog Nala detecting and finding bugs in the wild, in fields, in fog, around lakes, and you can help her do it. And then enter the competition, which isn't too hard this time. Do give it a try. The competition's open till the 20th. It's a fantastic post on Patreon, where there are others. There are gridograms and connections videos and some crossword videos, including my speedrun at Friday's masterclass crossword, which Simon obviously did on the main channel. We do a lot of things on the main channel, as well as masterclass crosswords and blueprints streaming on Mondays. The masterclass crosswords are Fridays. We also obviously bring you 2 Sudokus a day and Minute Cryptic and Wordle in a Minute, and sometimes other bonus videos too. So great content, we believe, and do give it a try. That's going on all the time on the main channel. There's also our apps, which do feature Domino, Sudoku, and Fog of War Sudoku, and of course the Worms, which are fantastic too. So give everything a try. Look at the links under the video. However, the first one is this puzzle. It's called Rockingham. Now, my only association with Rockingham is I think it's one of the harder to remember names if you were to try the list all the British Prime Ministers quiz in Sporkle. That's my only association. If I've got that wrong, berate me in the comments. I will deserve it. Now, let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and box. And I say that with a slight rising inflection, as I notice that all of the digits 1 to 9 appear once as a given in this puzzle. How kind, Damo89. Now, we have to draw a single 1-cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells into the grid that doesn't branch or enter any cell more than once. The loop must pass through all given dots. So there are going to be no rules about it touching itself, because it clearly does here. I don't know which way around it goes there, but it does touch both of those dots and all of those cells, therefore. All given dots must be in the exact middle of a straight loop segment. So the distance from a dot to the next turn along the loop must be identical in both directions. So this dot, the loop is either occupies 2 cells there and there, or 4 cells, or 6 cells in that vertical stretch of it. The grey dots are ambiguous Kropke dots. They either show consecutive digits or one being double the other. So they're like white or black Kropke dots, hence grey, obviously. And adjacent digits on the loop, not separated by a dot, must not be consecutive or where one is double the other. Okay, that is a very precise and slightly difficult read to a way of saying that there's a negative constraint. So along the loop, if a dot could appear showing that 2 consecutive digits on the loop are consecutive or one is double the other, it does. And if it couldn't, it doesn't. Okay, I get that. I hope you do. Do give it a try. There's a way of telling how difficult the puzzle is. It's not guaranteed, but the video length will give you some clue. And I'm going to start with start that clock now. let's get cracking. So to draw this loop, I'm not going to do it in terms of colors. I'm going to do it with the pen tool because it is such a tight loop that it turns on itself. So let's use orange and go. Basically, why can't I draw the loop through every dot to start with, or a line through every dot that is part of the loop? I definitely can. I mean, it's quite a big start. And where it goes into the corner, I can extend it round the corner because it must continue. Now I have some thinking to do. No, I don't, actually. Remember that other rule that's really important, I think, that all given dots must be in the middle of a straight loop segment. So this one in row 1, column 1, this loop segment can't go beyond there. We can't go straight beyond there, or it wouldn't be, the dot wouldn't be in the middle. So we have to turn. And that means we've got a corner below it, and that can't, neither of these can form little squares, because that wouldn't allow the whole line in the puzzle to be one loop. It would make it at least 2. It's a start. I don't know if this one has to turn. Oh, this one has to turn. Now I know that this one doesn't turn to make a square, so it goes down. And now I know exactly how long this one in the final column is, because I've got its upper length, so I can deduce its lower length. Right. Okay. Now, Simon is a very sensible chap. I don't always say that, but it is true. He likes to use the X that is available in the pen tool on box borders. And he would use it there and there, because obviously these lines can't run straight on into the loop and create a branch. So they must turn. Now, if they turn there, we're basically going to create these into 2 little Saturns, in the sense that I'm going to rule it off with an X there and an X there, because we know that their length must be equal on both sides. Now, let's just color these cells and think about them. Let's make those blue and these ones yellow. Does the loop join up in blue? It could do. Does the loop join up in yellow? Well, it can't do both. But it doesn't actually have to do either, because it could come round here and do a sort of, it could do a U here and an upside down U here. So I'm none the wiser there. Right, what else can I do with my loop? Oh, look, in where that 1 is in box 1, I have to extend it out. And now I know the length of this, and this is almost impossible. This goes to there and stops. This upper bit of the loop has got to go past that. It can't join on to this lower bit, or it would form a rectangle. So it has to go here and now turn down south. And this must turn south as well. Well, we've got quite a lot of loop done. Now, I don't know from this cell whether we go south or east. But this is hemming stuff in. Does that help me with blue and yellow? Don't know. I just don't know. If blue was joined, hang on. If blue was joined, yellow would go north and south. And it's not allowed then to form a polygon and the 3 connect to the 9. So yellow would go west and crash into this. Let me just show you what I'm seeing. If blue joined up, we'd have to go south here and north here. We couldn't go directly north from the 3, or we'd form let's call it a mid-size polygon. So we'd have to go west. That would now connect there. This would go west again, and that would form a large size polygon, which is still not possible because it's not a whole loop for the whole puzzle. So we don't connect up in blue. That's quite complicated. So blue goes north and south. Now, I'm going to get rid of the blue cells. That doesn't tell me whether yellow goes north and south or whether it connects up. Does it? No, because if yellow goes north, it must then connect up to there. This connects up to there, but that's okay. If yellow goes south, then we can Then we do have to connect up both bits of the loop up here, I think. Yeah, that way. But these two bits of the southern loop are free to meander. So, okay, I don't know. I mean, I might be missing something about the line lengths, or oh, here's something I'm missing about the line lengths. This has to turn because its length is determined. Ah, and this can't go south from here because then we'd have 4 cells above the dot and we can't get 4 cells below it. So that turns. Now we know that this turns and therefore its below bit turns because of the length in column 1. And we've made serious progress again. And the progress stops. No, oh yeah, hang on. If this joined up, we'd have 3 cells there and we can't have 3 cells here. So we must turn. Well, I'm going to put the X in. I don't know if we turn north or south from that 4. Yeah, I can't tell that. I don't think I can tell. We might be getting to the point, and I'm sure there will be a point at which numbers are going to matter, and we're going to have to do some actual Sudoku thinking. So let's think about these grey dots. I mean, I don't think any of them can be positively established at the moment, even though, for example, this cell sees 4, 7, 9, 3, 5, and 6, and must be 1, 2, or 8. That still leaves an awful lot of possibles here. 1 would go with 2 every time. That's quite a good point. But 2 could go with 1, 3, or 4. 8 could go with 9, 7, or 4. Actually, this is a little more limited than I thought, but not very. I think it could be anything from 1, 2, 3, or 9, and that's not really enough to be positively go on. I think we're going to have to find negative issues. Like 1 can't, actually neither 1 nor 3 can sit in these positions here. So 1 in the top row is in one of those cells, 3 in the top row is in one of those, and 3 is here somewhere, and 1 is here somewhere. And actually, there's more about 1. 1 can't be on this dot because it would need to be with a 2. 1 can only go with 2 on a dot, whether it's white or black. So we've found the 1 in the top row. We've got a digit in the puzzle. Less than 8 minutes. Round of applause. Now, 2 can't go next to this 1, so it goes in one of these cells. And therefore in one of these 2, but it can't go here because that 1, 2 would be marked by a dot. Now, 2 going here is quite good. What can 2 not sit next to 1, 3, and 4 if there's no dot? So there's no 4 in these cells. I'm actually just going to mark that 4 is in one of those. Oh, sorry, I've got checking on for some reason. I'm going to turn that off. Conflict checker off. Okay, because it's not quite cheating, but I like to think we don't need to do that. Well, I think that originates on the channel from us having been paper solvers who didn't have the option of computer checking. Anyway, we've got what have we got? I haven't got anything. I haven't got any more Scooby-Doos. If those were joined up, I would know where 5 went in this. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even know that. Right, never mind. Right, let's try and do something else. I mean, that wasn't bad with the numbers. Hang on, can 2 go on this dot? It can't be a white dot if 2 is on it, because 1 and 3 are ruled out of both cells. The only colour dot it could be is a black dot, not 2, 1. It would have to be 2, 4. Right, I think that's... You can't put a 4 in this cell. I'll just show you why, because it's quite amusing. There's a grey dot connecting with this cell, and whatever that is connects 4 with this digit. by a grey dot. But there's no grey dot connecting 4 and that cell again there. So this can't possibly be 4 because one of those grey dots would be wrong. One of the grey or lack of grey dots would be wrong. So that's not a 4. And I think that means this cell isn't 2 straight away. Can this be 2 and that be 4? And what would this be? 2 can only connect to 1, 3 or 4. This cell sees 1 and 4 and this can't be a 3 because there'd be a white grey dot. So that's not 2 either, and we've found 2 in box 1, which is a bit freaky. And oh well, no, this is great because now this 4 can't turn north into the 2 and it has to turn south, and this line has to turn south to stop from forming a polygon. I was going to go, and now the 8 has to turn south to keep all the lines even, but that is not true. That is not a length thing. In fact, I'm running out of, I can put an X in here because this little Saturn can't extend any further east than it can west. I mean, of course, you understand why I'm calling these Saturns, because they look like the profile of the planet with its rings. Okay, what's this dot? You can't have a 1, 2 or a 9 on. Oh no, there's a lot of white dot possibilities and even a couple of black dot ones. Okay, let's think about this cell briefly. We know it can't be 4. We've explained that. 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. It makes both of these being white dots quite likely, but we're not proceeding on the basis of likelihood. We're working with certainty today. And we've got to find some certainty somewhere. So let's have another little think. I don't really know where to go next for information. Bear with me. Bear with me. This can't be a 1. That's exciting. Does it mean this can't be a 2? No, that could be a 2, 3 pair. Are they actual given grey dots more useful, or are the lack of given grey dots more useful? I don't know. I mean, I do know you can't put 4 in those cells because of the black dot possibilities. If you did put 4 over here, it would have to be separate from the 3, and therefore 3 would be there and 4 would be here. So the only 2 places for 4 in the top row are those 2. And it's quite interesting, but maybe not enough. Oh, what is this dot, for goodness sake? It's not right. If it's a white dot, it's got an even digit and an odd digit, because they all do. If it's a black dot, it's got at least 1 even digit on. So what is the even digit that goes on this? Because it isn't 2, which can't go there by Sudoku and can't go here by virtue of being next to a 4 on the line. It's not 8. It's not 4, which we've worked out can't go here and can't go here. So there's only 1 even digit on the line, and it is 6. And that is going opposite either a 3, a 5 or a 7. But this digit can't be 3 or 5 or 7. It can't be 3 or 5 because it's sitting next to a 4 without a dot, and it can't be 7 by Sudoku. So that is the 6. This is the 3 or 5 or 7, and it's not 3. It's 5 or 7. Now we know this is a white dot, not just because this is a white dot, but because 5 or 7 can't go on a black dot. This is an even that touches them 4, 6 or 8. Now, this row has got 2 even digits in it, and each Saturn must use another one. So 2 and 8 will be used here. The 2 must go with an odd digit, and that's a 1 or a 3. The 8 must go with an odd digit, which can't be 7, and is 9. So these are selected from 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and they use 2, 8, and 9. And this digit is now 1 or 3. And the 5 in the row, that was the easy thing to do, and I didn't look at it that way. It goes here. Now that can't touch 4 or 6, and it does touch 8, and that must, on the dot, touch 7. and I've trebled virtually the number of digits I've got in the grid. Now I've doubled them from where we were before, or nearly. Anyway, this can't be 1 because that would be 2. So it must be 3. Oh, but this can't be 1, can't be 2 or 4 because 4 would connect with 2, but it can be a black dot 6. And there we go. Now 3 comes out of these cells, and one of these Saturns is a 1, 2, and one of them is an 8, 9. So if that can't be 1, this isn't 2. That's not 2 by Sudoku, so that's not 1. I was going to say they're both white dots, but I suppose you could consider that the 1, 2 could be a black dot. I mean, who cares? This is 4 or 5 by Sudoku. No connection with there, so it can't be a 4-2 pair. What's on the grey dot up here? We've got 4, 5, 7, and 8 left. I was going to say, so it's a white dot and either 4, 5, or 7, 8, but it could be a black dot 4, 8, couldn't it? 4. Yeah, if that's the 4, this is now 8. It can't be 5. I've put 4 in one of these cells. Now I'm putting 5 in one of these cells. I could have done that before, I think. So this digit is 7 or 8, but it can't be 7 because that would be 8. And 8 and 9 would connect. So that's 8 in the corner. These are a 4, 5, 7. Oh, what have I done there? I deleted lines. These are a 4, 5, 7 set. This digit can't be 5. This one can't be 7. And we've got 8 there. Everything down this column is 1, 4, 7, or 9. We can't have 4 on the line next to 5. So 4's down here. Again, these Saturns have to have an even digit on. So both of them are even and odd. One of them has a 2 and one of them has an 8 on. And the 8 is going with an odd digit, which is 7 or 9. The 2 is going with an odd digit, which can hardly be 1 because of the 1 up here. Although it could be if it was 2 here and 1 here. This would be 9, 8. That's impossible because you couldn't fit 5 and 3. In fact, that's a good point. 5 and 3 have to fit into this box. So at least, well, where does 5 go? Because we know that 2 and 8 are the even digits on these Saturns. They can't go with 5, so 5 must go here. 3 must go on one of the Saturns now, and it can't go with 8. So there's a 2, 3 Saturn and an 8, 7, or 9. And 1 must be in one of these cells and not there. The 2, 3 Saturn could be at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good deductions, but it didn't reveal what the 8 went with. Okay. Next. I need to do more on the line. I've only found one conclusion based on things that determined more line cells based on numbers that I've deduced. I need more of that. There's a 9 in one of these cells. Now, what is this? This now sees 1, 2, 9, 8, 7, 4. It also sees 3, which I've pencil marked. So that is 5 or 6. Going with 4, 5, 6, 7, or 3. Well, not going with 8 then. 8 must be in one of these cells. And therefore 4 can't be in these cells, or 7. So 7's in one of those. Okay, what's this dot? Can't use 1, 2, 7, 8, or 5. So it's made up of digits from 3, 4, 6, 9. I don't see how 9 can be in use there, can it? No, it can't. So it's either 3, 4 or 3, 6. And one of these has to be a 3, but we've confined 3 to those cells. So now we know that 3 is in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. There's a 9 in one of these cells. That 3 Well, we also determined earlier that 4 wasn't in one of these, and now 4 can't be here, and it can't be here by Sudoku. So 4 in the top row is there. That's 5, and that's 7. We finished a box. That always feels like a big moment to me. From my earliest days doing classic Sudoku, completing one box always felt like the beginning of the end. It is not perhaps the end or the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. Right, 1, 4, 9 there. This is 3, 5, or 6. We need an 8 in one of these cells. Obviously not a 4, and we can't have... Okay, what about the top row? These are from 5, 6, and 7, because they can't be 9. That can't be 7 by Sudoku, so that's 5 or 6. This is the only place for 4 in box 1. Okay, let's look at this pair. They see 1, 7, 6, 4, 5, 8. So we're selecting from 2, 3, 9, but there's no dot. So it can't be a 2, 3 pair. So 9 is definitely involved this time. And that clears up the mystery of 9 in the first box, which wasn't a big mystery, but it existed. Now I can place 7 in the top row. 7, 2. Okay, and that's all. No, this can't be 6 because there's no black dot, of course. So this is a 6. 7, 2, 6, 1, 4, 9. These are from 3, 5, 8. Let's get rid of the corner marks. What can't go together here? Nothing can't go together here. The lack of dots doesn't preclude anything. Now we must be in a position to do some path determination. We must be somewhere. I don't know though. 7 can go connect to 5 or 9. That 5 can connect to here if it's 1 or 9. This 3 is perfectly at liberty to connect with anything. Maybe we can't do any path determination. Okay, let's look at this box. 8 is in one of these cells. 8 can't be here because of the connection between 8 and 4. Now 8 is in one of these 3 cells. I want to say not connecting to 4, but I don't know that for sure. 5, 6, 4, 9, 8. This is 1, 3, or 7, but it's not allowed to be 3 by virtue of the 4 connection. 3 can't be here, so 3 is definitely in this pair, which is now definitely a 3, 9 pair. These are from 1, 2, 7. They're not connected, so I can't say it's not 1, 2. I can probably say something about this, which is not 3, 4, 8, 5, or 6. This is 1, 2, 7, or 9. What's this connection going to be, and how could it possibly involve a 7 or a 9? This is a 1, 2 pair. And that's now 7, and that's now 1, and this is now 2, and that's 1. And this can't be 3 based on the line. So we have made good progress. 9 is looking across the grid at a 7. Now we know that one of these is a 7, 8 Saturn, and one of them is a 2, 3 Saturn. I don't think they're resolved. These digits are from 1, 4, 6, based on what they can see. This can't be a 6 connecting to the 7, so that's a 1. This is now 8 in the yellow, which I never figured out whether the yellow connected together. Is this going to tell me? It probably isn't. This digit is a naked 2. Well, that can't connect to the 1. Ah, so it can't go south from here. So it goes north, and the yellow is connected, and I can finally get rid of that colour. I don't know really why I coloured it. Anyway, now we might be able to determine something about the line. Yes, this 5 from this cell, we can't connect north or we'd cut off that line. We can't connect to the 9 or we'd cut off that line. So we must connect west, not to a 4, and those must connect up. And we've got a lot of the line finished. Now this line can't go west or we'd get that big polygon we postulated earlier. This line can't go south to the 5 because that would break the rule. I hope I haven't broken the rule anywhere already. I don't think I have. I can't determine the other bits. This is 4 or 6. Oh, well, it's on the dot, so it's 4. This is 6. This is a 2, 3, 8 triple. Now, one of these Saturns was a 2, 3. That's this one. And the other one was an 8, 7. We can fill that in. Oh, this has been available forever. No, this has been available since I just connected the 1 and the 6 there. But this 6 can't go south because that line would have 3 cells to the north and would need 3 cells to the south, which it can't get. So that 6 must turn. We've got an X there. This Saturn needs an X at the bottom. Now this one at the bottom has to extend left and therefore extend right, turn there, and by the balancing length rule, we must turn there as well. And I'm looking at the numbers now and not working out what they do. This line either connects east and east or west and west, because otherwise it leaves, if it connected once west and once east, it would leave a hanging end in box 9. If it connects east and east, that has to be a 2, not a 3. This would be 3. Okay, I don't know. This digit on the 6 is not allowed to be 3 or 5, so it's 4. That's a 3, 5 pair. This pair we know is 1 and 2. Oh, that's quite a big deal. Got 3, 5 pair in this column. These digits are 6, 8, 9, and one of them can't be 6. This needs an even digit, which can't go here. This sees 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is the even digit, and that sees 2, 6, 8, and makes it a 4. This 4 connects to a lot of things. In this column, we've got 3, 5, 7, but 4 can't connect to 7. So we've found 7 in the column there. Now we find 7 here. Is that the last 7 in the grid? It is. 7 is a very unconnective number, so it's a bit odd that that's the first digit we've finished. That's the 2, 4 pair. That's a 6, 9 pair. Here's why we cannot connect the line up here across those 2 cells. Because, let me just show you, that would leave this area with 2 line ends in it and only one place for them to get out, which would be into this cell, which is quite clever. So we're going to have to turn here, and therefore we're going to turn at the end of that Saturn. We're now going to turn down there, not into a 4, which would break the rule, but into a 2. 4 cannot connect to 3 or 5, so that 3 or 5 must connect north. No, that's impossible. Oh no, that's going to cut off my 2. I've done something wrong. Okay, let's just nip back. Why did I pull that south when it doesn't have to go south? It could go north. I put an X in there and an X in there. That's correct. Then I randomly assumed that went south. And I do now know this goes south into a 2. Now, this line cannot go left into a 4, so it must go north. So I'm going to allow that. But now, if I connected north, this 2 would be left dangling. So I'm going to connect up to it instead. There we go. And now I know I turn north, which I didn't allow previously. Bum, 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 bum. It's a good puzzle, this, isn't it? There's a 2 in one of these cells by Sudoku. I should be using the connections I've made. Well, I don't know. I've used a lot of them, to be fair. I was going to say I should be using them more. We've got to turn from that. We can't turn north into a 3 or a 5 because that would be a white dot. So we turn south. Now what are we going to do? Have I used all the Saturns? Almost. Well, apart from this one. All the grey dots. This can't turn. Oh no, it could never turn into 3 or 5. 7, 2, 4, 3, 5. This isn't allowed to be an 8, so it's 1, 6, or 9. That's not... Oh, 2 there is looking at this digit. This is a 9. I have only just seen this. Sorry, Sudoku all over. That can't be 2. We found 2. Right, these are from 3, 5, 6, 9. And this connection is quite restricted. We can't have the 9. 3, 6 is allowed as a black dot going left, or 5, 6 also going left. But it can't be a 3, 5 pair, so there's a 6 on it, and that digit is 6. 6 is removed from a bunch of cells, which is going to do me a lot of good. We get 9 there, 6 there. We found 6 in the middle box, last 6 in the grid. This is not 9, so that's a 3, 5 pair. These are 1, 8, 9. Surely the line is going to do... look, 6 can't go right into a 3 or a 5 because there's no dot, so it has to go north. Now we mustn't join up this polygon on the left that's threatening, so we have to turn. We can't join it up again here, so that line carries on. 4 and 3, 5 can't join together, so there's an X there. Oh, come on, this must be done now. I don't know. We've got a 3, 5 pair here. 4 is looking at that cell. So we found 4 in box 2. There's another 3, 5 pair. So this is 8 or 9. In fact, there's only one place for 9 in the central box. That's here. Then there's only one place for 8. That 9 is fixing row 8. That fixes 9, 8, and 9, 1. And we're left with some 3, 5s to resolve by use of the line. Okay, right. 4 can't turn south into a 3, 5, so it must turn north into a 9. That can't go north into a 7 because the X's would force it on. So that turns left into a 6. 6 can't turn south into a 3, 5. Oh, okay. 6 can't go west into the 8 because this 1, 2 Saturn would be cut off and it's got to be on the loop. 6 can't go south into a 3 or a 5 because that's either a black or a white dot. So those connect up. This now comes south. Still got one connection to make down here. And something I've done must sort out the 3, 5 dichotomy. Can it still be something I'm about to do? I can't see what it is that I've done that sorts it out. And I don't know whether I go through that cell, which seems fine. 8, 9. There we go. I'm not allowed to connect there. So I have to go north and then west. How has this sorted out the 3, 5s for me? What am I missing here? I am absolutely convinced I'm missing it. It's not that Damos has messed it up. Absolutely convinced of that. Oh, I haven't connected up this 2, 3. Oh, hang on. Was I premature in assuming that was a connection? I know 8 can't turn into 9, but it could turn right into the 3. Now, this 4 can't connect into the 5, so it goes north to the 9. Right, now this 3, 2 has to be connected in west. And there we go. There we go. This is the connection. 2 mustn't connect to 3. Oh, that is beautiful. What a puzzle. I'm lost in admiration. 5 and a 3, and there we go. That is it. It's brilliant. I love that I thought they were all Saturns, which is not clearly mentioned in the title or anything. It's a super puzzle with an enormous loop, and that was great fun to complete. Thank you, Damo. We will be back again tomorrow with 2 more Sudokus. I really hope you will join us then. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.